Jacob meets Rachel. Then Jacob went on his journey, and came to the land of the people of the east. As he looked, he saw a well in the field, and 3 flocks of sheep lying there beside it. For out of that well the flocks were watered. The stone on the well's mouth was large, and when all the flocks were gathered there, the shepherds would roll the stone from the mouth of the well and water the sheep, and put the stone back in its place on the mouth of the well. Jacob said to them, "My brothers, where do you come from?" They said, "We are from Haran." He said to them, "Do you know Laban, son of Nahor?" They said, "We do." He said to them, "Is it well with him?" "Yes," they replied, "and here is his daughter, Rachel, coming with the sheep." He said, "Look, it is still broad daylight. It is not time for the animals to be gathered together. Water the sheep and go, pasture them." But they said, "We cannot until all the flocks are gathered together, and the stone is rolled from the mouth of the well. Then we will water the sheep." While he was still speaking with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. Now when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of his mother's brother Laban, and the sheep of his mother's brother Laban, Jacob went up and rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the flock of his mother's brother Laban. Then Jacob kissed Rachel and wept aloud. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's kinsman, and that he was Rebekah's son, and she ran and told her father. When Laban heard the news about his sister's son Jacob, he ran to meet him. He embraced him and kissed him, and brought him to his house. Jacob told Laban all these things, and Laban said to him, "Surely you are my bone and my flesh." And he stayed with him a month. The word of the Lord. Let's talk about this passage. The land of the people of the east is Haran, which is where Laban lives, which is Rebekah's family, and those we see in this passage, which is where Jacob ran a while ago after stealing the blessing a couple of stories ago that was supposed to go to Esau, which happened after he stole Esau's birthright. And this guy's just a jerk, and now he shows up here. Also, we have to talk about wells and stuff. So there would have been this big stone to keep the water kind of cool and kind of clean, because the well would have been used for sheep and people. So the stone would have kept the water kind of clean and kind of cool, and also in the well. And then it would have poured into a trough, but also into a higher rim to be accessible for people. This is really just narrative. But the bit where he says, "Surely you are my bone and my flesh," is going to come in handy, because we're going to see just how true that is. Just how really strongly these two parallel each other. Because boy, are they similar. Also, how savage is it that Jacob only opens the well for Rebekah and not for these other people? What a G. What a G. Anyway, I hope you have a great day.